and they're having problems with simple math here. That's kind of concerns me. Now, there's an individual involved in this.
Yes, there is.
And his name is Bart Pullum. And for all of our folks at home, Deborah, could you let everyone know who Bart Pullum's father is?
Well, actually, we have some photos of Bart pulled from the ClarksK.com website. We'll put them up. And, of course, Clarks K is Bart Pullum's father's private island in
Bill
the Caribbean.
Pullum.
Yeah, his private island in the Caribbean.
Right.
And so we pulled some photos off of there just for, just for information purposes.
And I believe Mr. Bill Pullum was the fella who managed to sell us, the taxpayers,
yes,
a piece of property that was valued at $900,000. He managed to get $33.2 million.
Yeah, there was a as we all know, there was an appraisal that said $900,000, and the county they didn't want to pay that. They wanted to pay more.
Now I'm seeing in those comments, I'm seeing a correlation there. That property was valued at $900,000, and Mr. Pullum got $3.2 million for it
from us.
Now we find that
in a down market.
Now that we find that Bart Pullum is involved in the Navarre Chamber, there's a couple things that I want to read out of the newspaper story, and this is a quote by Mr. Bart Pullum. "There are many benefits that we could get." Well, look, let's talk about cities for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. In the 1800s, it was a good idea. You had to have a city. Whoever wanted to live in an area needed to pool their resources so they could have a water well.
Right.
They had to pool their resources for a fire department. They had to pool their resources to build the community so that they could have shops and houses and things of that nature. In the year 2009, there's no reason to have a city. Of course, this is my humble opinion. There is a police force that protects the county. There is certainly water available. All you have to do is call them and get tapped into it. In a good portion of the county, there's sewer available. There's natural gas available in a good portion of the county. The county has a building department. They have code enforcement. There's garbage collection is already available. There's absolutely nothing that a city can give to anyone that they're not already getting right now.
Well, the survey actually suggested some reasons why people might be excited about.
Well, by all means, go over those reasons.
Let's do that. If you're for incorporation, please rank in order of importance the following reasons.
Okay.
The public has stated their reasons. Number one is destiny, desire to shape/control Navarre's future.
Really? Well, they're capable of doing that right now. All they have to do is let their county commissioners know what they would like it to look like, make the planning and zoning department aware of how they would like it to look. So I don't understand that one.
That one's a tad nebulous to me.
Yes. Well, maybe we get our friend Stephen Hawkins to get his arms around it.
We have the book right here.
Right.
Government voice. Feel Navarre needs more or better overall representation.
Well, I guess, if I was the commissioner representing the Navarre area, I might be a little offended by that. Apparently, that question was thrown in there. I take it as a direct shot.
Well, in representation to whom?
Right.
I mean, it's not going to matter at the county level. You still have the same one commissioner. So who are they?
Right.
I'm a little mystified on that. Identity. Feel it will give Navarre an identity/credibility.
Well, I've lived here all my life, and I know where Navarre is, and I think it has a reputation of a fishing area, a vacation area. I think it's been well publicized through the years. Certainly, there are hundreds of thousands of people that come to Navarre during the summertime on vacation. So apparently, most people know where it's at.
Okay, money, availability of grant money and other financial resources.
Now, see here's.
I think that's the kicker right there.
Yeah, here's one area, and if you could get a group of people together that would say, let's form a city, but our first bylaw is no one can ever receive a salary or a benefit from the city. Every position is going to be unpaid. The designation of a city does open up for a world of grants. But the problem is, and Mr. Pullum put in here, some of the drawbacks include some people's fear of an additional layer of government and added taxes. Fear? It's people's reality that it's going to be another layer of government.
Well, if the comments before the News Journal pulled the story with the pie chart were any indication, many of which apparently came from people in Holly by the Sea,
right?
There's a big fear of it, an added layer of taxes down there.
Well, you know, and some of the suggestions that Mr. Pullum has put in here is that these potential city employees could include planning and zoning personnel, which I've already pointed out.
Yes.
The county has those.
Right, right.
For goodness sakes, our county engineer almost lives in Navarre taking care of the projects down there.
The next one, again, hits the nail on the head, though.
Economic developers?
Yeah.
Development. Yeah. And then public works crews.
Let's go back to economic development.
You mean that caught your eye?
That caught my eye for some reason.
All right.
Because here's the thing, availability of grant dollars. Of course, we don't know where those grant dollars are going to go. But if you could somehow put together an entity that could receive them and then funnel them out to assorted, selected people.
Right, maybe help people start industrial parks and things of that nature.
Well, help people sign on to consultant contracts.
Right, consultant contracts, or maybe engineering contracts, or oversee the operation, you know, to make sure that everybody that's involved directly in our new city gets some kind of payment.
You could conceivably start a whole cottage industry based on skimming.
Right.
If you did it correctly.
Well, it just, and did we have
the last one is probably your favorite. Taxes. Want Navarre's tax base invested in Navarre projects.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Chamber of Commerce. I don't know. Maybe nobody's explained this to you. You can't secede from the county. Your county tax dollars is going to go into the general fund, and then it will be dispersed amongst wherever the group of 5 commissioners believe.
Well, unless they manage to wangle a TIF district down there for the Navarre Town Center, but that's another story. Here's my question, though. Your father is a City of Milton resident, and he pays extra tax
for the privilege of living in the City of Milton.
And can you kind of give us an idea of what kind of privileges come from that?
There's only one additional benefit that he gets, and they will pick up vegetative debris once a week if you leave it on the side of the road. Well,
and that's not even amongst the choices here on the survey.
Yeah, well,
they should have included that.
You know, I guess I'll state my humble opinion here. To the folks in Navarre, to the common folks that live in Navarre, you don't want to be a city. I will guarantee you that there will be somebody that will show up that will want to be the mayor. They'll want to be on the city council, and they'll all start out for $1 a year because we love Navarre. And then next year it'll be $3 a year, and then the year after that it'll be $3,000 a year, and before you know it, you're going to have a truckload, a busload of people that are making $30,000 and $40,000 and $50,000 a year on part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Which have now added another layer of government, which will make it more difficult for a business to succeed in the county.